Hey, what's up, guys? This is John from backontheroaddiy. Today my furnace stopped working again, but you guys see, got it to work again. I'm gonna show you guys how I did it last year. I show you guys how to reset the control board. I mean, that's the way I do it. Sometimes it has worked for me. That's nothing professional, but it worked, and I know a lot of people did it too, and it helped them. So this time I thought the control board was done, because I have a new one. Last year when it happened to me, I went ahead and I bought a new one. It took me 2 weeks to get it, so that's why I did that. Till people, in case they gotta wait for a control board, I wait to get the furnace going while they wait. So this time I thought it was a control board, and I started checking everything, and it showed me that the control board was fine. There's nothing wrong with it, and I'll put out the video right next to this so you guys see how I check for everything and how I determined that the control board was good. It's still in good condition. I don't need to replace it. I still have it one over there in case if it ever goes bad, I have a spare one. So what happened, I'll show in that. You're gonna see how I check for everything. So here I'll show you what happened this time. Okay, so after I tested everything, I couldn't determine what was the problem, and what was happening was the first motor that turns on, you know, the exhaust motor or inducer motor, however you call it, it has to turn on first, and then the pressure switch closes, and then everything starts going, right? So it was just turning on and then turning back off. Okay, something quick. When the thermostat calls for heat, the control board sends power to the inducer motor. Then the inducer motor turns on, and it creates like a vacuum effect on, and that's why there's a hose connected from the pressure switch, because the pressure switch is always open. It's like an open circuit, so when it pulls on it, it closes. That's why you hear that click. If you pay attention, when the inducer motor turns on, you hear click, is that it closes. And if for any reason then you hear a second click, and then the inducer motor stops working and the whole furnace stops working, that's telling us that it's not staying closed, so it's not letting power keep going to the igniter. So that's what we're doing here. What we're doing here is connecting the two alligators on the pressure switch after the inducer motor turns on to bypass this pressure switch, so the control board thinks that it's closed. And if this happens and the furnace turns on, that's telling us that either the pressure switch has gone bad or there's something wrong with the inducer motor. It might be, you know, debris, garbage, or maybe a bird or something inside the exhaust pipe, or it might be in the little nipple that I'm showing you how to clean. It might be some debris that's there and it's not letting the pressure switch to stay closed. So what I did, I got me this alligator's clips. You guys see it? And since it was, the inducer motor was turning on, and after 1 or 2 seconds it will turn off, what I did is I pulled the two connectors on the pressure switch. I pull them out and I connect one to each side. That way we was doing a jump. Now listen, you cannot do it right away and then turn it on and wait for it. You have to turn on the furnace when the inducer, and have one connected. You connect one, you go and turn on the furnace, and when the inducer motor turns on, you connect the other one to the other side. So that will give it a jump, and it will tell the computer that the pressure switch is closed. And I waited for a minute and everything started working perfectly. So that told me that something was not letting the pressure switch close. So then I disconnected everything, and if you guys see, that's the hose that connects to the pressure switch. Turn it off. I took it out and then introduced this little wire like this right here, and I cleaned that up, but sometimes that gets clogged. So when the inducer motor turns on, it doesn't let the pressure switch to stay closed. So I cleaned it, removed the jump, and went ahead and turned on the furnace again, and it was working perfect. So just to remind you again, if your inducer motor turns on and then after 1 second it turns off, and you will hear the 2 clicks from the pressure switch, so it will be inducer motor turns on, you hear it click, and then another click, and the inducer motor turns off. If that happens, you're gonna get these alligator clips. It's just basically one wire with 2 alligator clips, and you're gonna attach one to one side. You're gonna turn on the furnace. When the inducer motor turns on, you have to do it after it turns on. When it turns on, you connect the other one to the other side, and if that makes the furnace work, turn everything off, remove the alligators, remove the hose, and get a wire like this and clean it. You're gonna clean the little nipple that is under here. You're gonna clean it, and that should solve your problem. If it was helpful, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. 22 volts, so we are good. We're getting voltage to the transformer, so the control board is sending 120 volts to the transformer. Now we're gonna see if it's transforming it to 24 volts. So for that, we're gonna check the 2 bottom right here.